Hi and welcome to Tasteful Adventure. I'm your host, Michelle Tucker, and here we are today in Longmont, Colorado with Eric Skokan. He is the owner of Black Cat and a mad, crazy farmer. I mean, I came out on his property expecting to see this little tiny farm. Well, much to my surprise, he's growing on massive acreage. And this is Eric from Black Cat. Thank you, and thank you for joining my show today. I came out here thinking I'm going to see this little patch of farming, and like I said, it's acreage. He's got pigs, he's got cattle, he's got lamb, he's got veggies from as far as the eye could see. He's got everything you possibly could want in your salads and in your foods. He's got it all growing out here. So tell us about how this all came about.
Well, I've been a chef for roughly 20 years, and at some point along the way, I got really tired of opening up boxes of, generic produce that didn't taste like anything. And so I started this little garden, kind of like what you imagined, in my side yard when we used to live in the city. And I wanted to grow all the little, tasty little bits that you would put on a dish at the end. And it turns out I completely fell in love with gardening. And so I expanded the garden, and every year it's been expanding a little bit, and now we're at 130 acres. We grow everything that's possible to grow in our area. So onions, potatoes, tomatoes, edible flowers, and the broccoli, and the Asian greens and the arugula and the lettuce. We harvest everything every day and then bring it into the restaurant. It's pretty much anything that you can imagine, we do it.
Now, in this, how do you have time to cook in the restaurant? I mean, this is full-time farming. This is not your little backyard gardening. And then you're going into a very busy restaurant, and you're also doing the farmers market in Boulder.
Right.
Do you sleep?
I sleep, and that's what January is for. When the farm is completely put to bed, then we take a lot of time off in January.
So you're like a bear. You hibernate in the winter.
I hibernate in the winter. Yeah,
Perfect.
That's right. Yeah.
Perfect. So let's take a walk through. Come on, and I'll show you what he's got here, and then I'm going to show you all the baby pigs that are about. They're so cute. Stay with us, and we're going to show you what Eric's got going. Black Cat Restaurant, farms. He's the man.
So in the restaurant, I might decide that I really want, with soft-shell crabs, I want this kind of Asian green with it. So we'll hand pick that one type, this purple bok choy, for example, which is down in the bottom, and then we can garnish with these spicy flowers. Very horseradishy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Wow, you could make a beautiful spicy mustard with this.
That is it. This is a garbanzo bean plant. You'll notice that the leaves are really similar to the lentils because they're cousins.
Right.
And then these are the pods that have the beans in them, and they're just now starting to form up.
Yeah, they are.
Starting to break this one open. You can see it's still green.
Wow, that one's big.
So if you've ever had fresh garbanzo beans sautéed, they take
my God.
Great flavor. They take 2 minutes, 3 minutes in the pan to cook before they've dried down.
I've never had them like this. It's like a pea.
Yeah. So then down in the bottom fields here, we're still quite a ways away from harvesting. In a month, what you see down below us will be ready for harvest. So starting at one end, we've got eggplant and peppers, and then little tiny baby Japanese corn, which is so sweet and so much fun. The stuff that you get in a Chinese restaurant has nothing to do with this. This is delicious.
I can't wait to come and pick it up and show the audience. I mean, how you're cooking with that and how I'm going to cook with it, and to have it fresh. I mean, we're We're usually used to going to a can and picking up and
That stuff is terrible.
that's terrible. This, I just,
This
you
is
know,
good stuff.
this is the good stuff.
Happy mom, happy piglets.
Oh my goodness.
We love this part of the farm, the nice deep shade. We don't have a lot of shade here. And the shade we do have, we give to the all the pigs and the piglets. They have a really nice life here.
Yeah, we do. This is perfect. Eric, you're doing just incredible things with the animals, the conditions. They're all happy, they're breeding.
Yep.
I mean, this is great. This really is. They're getting fresh veggies.
Yeah. Yep.
You're doing it. We're going to wrap this up on the farm. Eric, it was amazing. Thank you so much for having Tasteful Adventures at your farm. We're going to take this back inside Eric's restaurant, Black Cat. We'll see you there, Eric. Here we are at Black Cat, and I'm sitting here with the chef and proprietor, Eric. And this is a little must-see, must-eat. You've got to visit Eric here. This restaurant is a little diamond in the rough. You can see very small, very quaint, but a lot going on. He brings all of his farm to table in here. He is truly what farm to table is all about. Thank you, Eric, for having us.
My pleasure.
Tell us what you have prepared for us today here, Eric, and all the love and all the goodness coming out of your beautiful farm.
Well, we did a quick harvest early this morning, and this is my favorite time of the year. So a lot of the best vegetables are happening right now. These are whole roasted fava beans, and we harvest them before they're fully ready. So instead of the big beans on the inside of the pod, the beans are still really small, so you eat them just like you would edamame.
Right.
A quick char on the grill, some arugula flowers, some olive oil. It's perfect. Baby carrots, we grow about 14 types of carrots at the farm. We've roasted them really simply and garnished them with coriander flowers, perfumey and delicious. So you saw our pigs out in the fields. We, of course, had to do a roasted pork. So this is slow-cooked ham. We cooked overnight at a really low temperatures, really juicy, garnished with mustard flowers and mustard sauce. Our kale, sweet and delicious and crunchy. Polenta over here. We've made in front of that some potato gnocchi with basil and caramelized onions. And then last, some lentil fritters and a spicy dipping sauce.
Now, you'll see what Eric's done. You saw right there this morning. We were there in his gardens, and everything on this table is from the garden. It's all farm, beautiful, fresh. The pigs, the little pigs. I was in heaven out there. The polenta. Tell us the process again with the polenta.
So polenta is made from several types of field corn. We're growing an old heirloom field corn. We'll grow the stalks all the way up, and the ears will fill out, and we let them dry down. And then after they're dried, we clean them all up so that you have just kernels of corn that are dry. They look something like popcorn at that point. And then we have a mill, so then we mill our corn into cornmeal, and then we cook it with bay leaves and nutmeg and a little cream, and it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, we're going to enjoy this fabulous spread that he's put out. His restaurant is open 7 days a week for dinner only. Dinner only. And he also wasn't enough work with the one restaurant and the 130 acres that he's grown on. You also have another restaurant.
Right next door to the Black Cat, we have Bramble and Hare, and it's a little farmhouse kitchen pub. Incredibly fun, great atmosphere. You know, all the food comes from the same farm. I grow it all, and so if you are interested in farm-to-table onion rings late at night, then now you're all set.
How late are you open?
We're open until 1:30.
He's a busy man. His foods are just the freshest can be. This is a must dine. Come try his foods. He's here cooking on the line. I mean, it's not enough that he's up at the crack of dawn doing all his gardening, but he's here on the line nightly, daily. I mean, it's insane.
It's a great life.
Yeah. Yeah, you paid your dues, my friend.
Thank you.
Much success to Black Cat. Stay tuned. We're going to go back to my house and we're going to cook it up in my outdoor kitchen. And I'm going to make some fabulous foods. So come on back home.